how did I embrace my dark side? How did I embrace my darkness? The process was not easy. So basically, these spiritual concepts that most people tend to follow, the universe is open, upright. Most of these concepts are quite fascinating. They seem magical, they seem enlightening, until you realize that they're all religious. Hinduism is a religion. Buddhism is a religion. It was created by people. It's true that there have been some enlightened people in the past, and they were teaching everyone how to be a good human being and how to tap into their powers. But at the end of the day, it's just a religion. So I was following this kind of trend, this kind of trendy new age, whatever you want to call it. I learned everything I could about it. I read every book you can imagine about the law of attraction, about unlocking your chakras, opening your third eye, meditation and its benefits and how you're supposed to meditate. I was such a master meditator. I was so good at meditation that I was able to meditate for hours. I did yoga, literally anything that any spiritual practice that people would talk about or mention or write about, I would go and practice. I was already clairvoyant by then, but I was ignoring my abilities just so I can go meditate. I was ignoring my clairvoyant and my clairaudient abilities that were kicking in all the time just so I can follow some spiritual fluff on the internet, on YouTube. And I tried everything just to realize that my life was crumbling before my eyes. Just to realize that nothing was helping me, that meditation was not helping me, that I was miserable, that I didn't like whatever was going on in my life, that I felt a void, I felt empty, I felt that there is no fulfillment in life. And I was wondering for years what's going on. For years, not months, for many years. I was wondering what the heck is going on. Why am I doing these spiritual practices that the New Age community claim to be amazing for you? Not to say that it's not gonna work for you. It might work for some people. But for me, I was like, why aren't these things working? Am I doing something wrong? And I realized that I was doing something wrong. I realized that I wasn't fixing what's inside of me. And what's inside of me is to realize who I am. I was trying to become something else. I was trying to become another person. I was trying to become the New Age community. I knew I was into the occult. Every time I saw sacred geometry, every time I saw some ancient sigils or drawings, I remember from the books of Aleister Crowley or Eliphas Levi, I came across these things on the internet because the universe will always try to guide you there. It's gonna give you some signs and give you some guidance. And I remember coming across witchcraft and these ancient occult concepts, and I would be scared right away. I would look at them and I would just click away because I'm scared, because I think, oh, that's dark, that's from the devil, that's not good, that's demonic. Because I was brainwashed. I was brainwashed by this New Age spirituality because it is also a religion. So everything combined together was just making me very miserable. So I'm gonna give you an example. I had the tools, I had everything that I needed to work with, yet nothing was working. It's almost like you have everything you need to build a table. You have the wood, you have the tools, you have the hammer, you have the nails, you have the screwdriver, you have everything, but you're lacking how to build the table. You have everything, but you don't know how. So that knowing how to build a table is what I was lacking. I did everything better than other people and nothing worked. It kind of gave me the illusion of working, but it didn't really pan out. Not to say that this is not supposed to work for you. What I'm trying to say here is that what I went through, what worked for me, because you, the watchers, if you resonate with my content, it means you're probably going through the same thing. So, to embrace my darkness, the first thing that got me into appreciating and accepting my darkness was this beautiful tool. Tarot was the door for me to acknowledge this darkness. I remember being obsessed with tarot. For whatever reason, I was just very drawn to it. Maybe it was a new tool that I didn't use before. Maybe it was something refreshing. And tarot is not part of the New Age community. It is, but the origin of tarot is occult. It's not Hinduism. Hinduism, they have no tarot, just to tell you about that, because a lot of people who are claim to be spiritual, they don't even understand that what they believe in is mainly Hindu concepts and other concepts that some people created and decided to put inside a book, like the dimensions and the ascensions and the aliens. And so there's a lot of things. I mean, I still use these concepts, not to say that I don't 100% believe in them. Some of them I still use. I still believe in the higher self, the spirit guides, of course. They could be your demons, your guardian demons. There are some concepts that I still utilize for my life. But the more I learned about tarot, I learned about the journey that tarot can give you, which starts with the Fool. Major arcanas, there are phases that can help you become the magician, that help you become the master, that can help open the universe for you, and dates back all the way to ancient Egypt. And I resonate a lot with ancient Egypt. That's why I have this beautiful pyramid here. Slowly but surely, the more I delved into the world of tarot and I researched it, and I started researching the concepts and the symbology and the meaning of the cards and astrology and everything that went together with tarot, the more I started to embrace my darkness. I started to understand that it's not all about light. I started to understand that being in love in a light can actually work against you. It can make you very miserable. I realized that in my life, all I was trying to do is please others. I realized that in my life, people were taking advantage of me. I realized that in my life, everyone I knew was just basically using me. It was basically taking advantage of me and utilizing me for whatever thing it is. I realized that this spirituality is like a religion. It teaches you to just be humble and loving and to put yourself to the ground and to just be nice and kind and to be a doormat. It's okay to be a doormat. It's okay, if others need your help, even if it's not good for you, you need to help them. If it messes up your life, it's okay. You have to do it for them because you're love and light, right? You know this word that people are obsessed with, love and light. I used to say it too. Love and light, love and light. So all of these things, they always end up in misery. And the moment you turn your back, these spiritual people, the only thing they do is bash on you. All you hear is negativity, complaining. People claim so hard to be positive and spiritual and loving, and inside they're not. They're absolutely not. I was trying so hard to be this loving thing, to be this kind person, and it would always bite me back. Because my true nature is not loving and kind. That's not my true nature. And I had to embrace it. I had to realize that not being kind is okay. Doing what works for me is okay. Loving myself is okay. Not helping everyone is okay based on who they are. Not letting other people taking advantage of me is okay. Everything that's the opposite of being spiritual became okay with me. Trying to pretend that you're loving and that you're light just for the sake of being light and loving is the fastest way to your misery. It's the fastest way. No one understands what love is. No one understands what light is. People love to blah, blah, blah about it and just say, yeah, I'm love and light. What is light? What the heck do you know about light? What do you know about light? Is light you complaining about your life every single day? Is light claiming that you love someone, but all you do is hate on them? Is light claiming that you love planet Earth, yet all you do is destroy it by you being on it? What love are we talking about? At least be honest. I'm honest when I say I don't love humans. In general, I don't like this species. I am reincarnated as one, but I don't like them because I see history and I see what they did on Earth, and I really don't like it. Being a human being is not something that I'm necessarily proud of, but at least I'm honest with it. And that's why my nature is not a happy person. I am not a happy person. That's not who I am. Spirituality, however, was forcing me to be a happy spiritual person. It was forcing me to be like that, but I'm not. And the more I embrace who I am, how I am, the more that void disappears inside of me because I'm embracing who I am. It's okay if I'm not a happy person. Who says that everyone has to be happy? What is happiness? This is just a concept. What's happiness? What about existing? Do you know how to exist? Existence. Can we ask what is existence? No one has the answer for that. No, you have to be happy. You have to just be happy, just be happy, I'm happy when I'm happy, and when I'm not, I'm not. It's as simple as that, When I smile, I smile. When I don't, I don't. It's as simple as that. It's who I am. And the more I started to embrace who I really am and be with myself as normal and as natural as possible, the more I tried to destroy these new age spiritual boxes that I was putting myself into, the more I was feeling good and I was feeling more powerful. I was feeling more powerful. If someone doesn't deserve your help, don't help them. If someone is being an asshole, they don't deserve your time. That's being dark. If someone doesn't take you seriously, then don't talk to them. That's being dark. Being dark is to be fair, is to be just. The Justice card for me in tarot represents darkness. It represents the underworld. Anubis, he's the guardian of the underworld in ancient Egypt. The guardian of the underworld. And he's a deity. Osiris eventually became the god of the underworld. What does the underworld, what is the underworld? It's darkness. It's where the demons are from. The demons that you choose to work with. Dark is fair. Dark is just. Ancient Egyptians believed that after you die, you're gonna be judged for your sins and your deeds. And it's Anubis who gets to decide. So Anubis for me is the representation of justice. That's why I like the Justice card in tarot. That's why the Justice card has that black and white in the Hermetic deck. It has the yin and yang sign, black and white. They're balanced. It's justice. And justice is dark. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why justice is dark. Because if you're a bad person, if you're an asshole, according to justice, you need to be punished. And punishment is dark. Forgiveness is light. If I forgive you, that means I'm light. So justice is dark. And the whole world claims to be just. Yet no one is. No one is. If the world was just, we wouldn't have any wars. We wouldn't have any killings. We wouldn't have a lot of things we're having right now. So I started embracing these concepts about myself, just going to my core, to the core of who I am without following anyone. I just had to drop everything I learned. And the more I did of that, one thing led to the next. The universe started aligning me with these ancient texts, learning more about tarot, about magic, about demons, about the underworld, about the power that comes from darkness. And the more I researched and studied and practiced every single day, I practiced tarot every single day for years, every single day. The more I did of that, the more I realized that my power is dark. It's actually from the dark. Not only that, I went on, after a lot of sessions and readings and remembering who I am, I went on realizing that my soul is actually from the underworld. That's where my soul is from. That's why for me it's very easy to work with demons or scary entities. That's why I'm not scared. That's why darkness doesn't scare me. That's why I'm not scared of ghosts or spirits or demons or entities. That's why I can exorcise them. I can banish them. I remember a long time ago, I would tell some friends that I'd rather have a ghost in my house than a rat. And they all looked at me as if I was out of my mind. They just looked at me, they're like, what did you say? You'd rather have a ghost than a what? Are you crazy? And many things like this led me to realizing who I really am. It led me to realize my true nature, my true dark nature. Because our souls, before they reincarnate as bodies, as human beings or any other bodies, they must come from somewhere. So they could either be from the underworld or from somewhere else. And the more I started embracing who I really am, embracing my darkness and acknowledging the dark mage that I am, things in my life just started aligning. They just started aligning. Whereas when I used to claim that I'm light and spiritual and fluffy, nothing was working. Nothing was working. For you guys, you the watchers who watch me, I highly recommend you to embrace your darkness because you're the same. If you can tell, the people who are taking over the world or who have taken over the world in the past, most of them were dark people. They were not light. Just see the elite, the people at the top, the people who run everything. See their nature. And you will realize that their nature is very dark. Remember, the universe is always open for you, but as long as you acknowledge who you are. Know thyself. You have to declare it to the universe. Who are you? Who are you? Do you know who you are? You have the power, and I'll see you in the next video.